So let's get started on how to fill application form. Go to Testbook's blog. The link for the article will be provided in the description below. Once you click on the article, you will be given a direct link to apply. Click on the direct link to apply. Once you click on the direct link, you will be redirected to the application form. When you go to this page, you will have to first register yourself. To register yourself, click on new registration first, registration, and then fill on your details. You need to fill on details according to your 10th standard mark sheet. Verify all your details first and then start filling your application form. Then type in your 10th standard board examination roll number. Fill your date of birth properly. You need to fill all the fields twice for verification purpose. Enter the CAPTCHA or the code. If you have not filled it correctly, it will show you some errors. So please fill it correctly. It will tell you that please check your details. You cannot change these particular fields in future. So do you want to submit? I would like to remind you that once you fill your registration form, you are only advisable to make changes only twice in your registration. So whatever you are doing, whatever you are filling, you have to fill it very correctly. Click on OK and then you will be redirected to this registration form. Type in your mother's name. Then if you have any visible identification marks, it's optional, but you have to fill it. Then you click on your category. Please be careful when you fill on the category. If you are a person with disability, then you will get this kind of options. Go through these options and then select the particular field. If you are not a person of disability, then you click on no. Then all these fields will get cancelled. Then you need to fill on the permanent address. So for filling the address, you need to fill your address correctly. Let's fill up the address for this application form. Fill up your state. If you don't have a STD code or phone number, then please leave it vacant. Please remember the fields with an asterisk mark or a star mark need to be filled. So let's fill the mobile number now. An email ID should be put. Then enter the text provided and submit it. It shows that there is an error in the mother's name. We'll try and submit it again. It says it is now okay. So it asks you, do you want to submit the registration form? Then you say okay. Now please remember, whenever you click on OK, you will be given a provisional registration number and a password above. So please remember to scroll above and see the registration number and password, and you need to note down the registration number and password. So please note down it safely or take a screenshot of the same. Now what we will do is we will upload the photograph and the signature for the completion of the registration form. So let's go to browse and we will click on a photograph that we will be using. Click on submit photo. Your photo is submitted successfully. Then click on browse and select a signature and click on submit signature. I would like to tell you that your photograph should be within 4 KB to 20 KB size, and your signature should be within 2 KB to 12 KB of size. So these photograph and the signature meets the required criteria, so it is accepted. Now what we will do is we will click on next, and please make sure that you do not have a blurred picture, because if you have a blurry picture or it is not up to the mark, then the commission would not accept your application form, and you will find problems while appearing for the examination or when you get the admit card. So make sure that you have a clear picture. Then let's click on next. Before clicking, please make sure that you have your registration number and password very correctly noted down. Then click on next. Your registration will be completed. Then you will be redirected to this page. Let's go and view and edit the registration. Now let us type in our birth date and check what this edit option shows us. Enter your text that will be given alongside and submit. It will show you this as your registration. View your registration, check for any mistakes. If you want to edit, click on edit. It will give you a pop-up which will tell you are allowed to edit your registration form only 2 times. So it will ask you if you want to edit it. Once you edit it 2 times, you won't be able to make any changes further. So if you don't have to make any changes, just don't click on OK and make your edits. If you want to do any changes, first note down what all changes you want to do and then do it once, and then click on OK and make your edit. We don't want to make any changes now, so we close. Now let's start with the application process. If you have forgotten your password, then what you can do is click here, put your date of birth, put your name and your father's name here, put your captcha, and then it will tell you your provisionally given registration number and password. And if you click on submit, then it will redirect it to you and it will give you a registration number and password. So now we remember our password and registration number, so we don't click there. Go to home and start your application process now. Also there is an option of changing your password. That also helps you. You can put your date of birth, registration number, your old password, new password, and confirm your password. That helps you change your password. Let's start with the application process now. This is the apply part where you type the registration number. Let's type your registration number here. Then let's type in our password. make sure you put your registration number and your password correctly. And click on submit. This is your application form now. Click on the examination centers. It will give you 3 examination centers that you need to fill according to your preference. This is because it will, if you are not given the selection the center that you have preferred in the first tab, it will be given the examination center will be provided to you according to the selection in your second tab or third tab. So please preference wise put your examination center correctly. The codes for the regions are given, that is CR is central region, ER is eastern region, and so on and so forth. Then please check that your name and father's name, mother's name, birth date, etc. is given correctly. If it is not, then close this tab and go to the edit registration form and do the edits and then come back here. Whether an ex-serviceman, if you are, then click on yes, and then it will ask you if the ex-serviceman is seeking a reservation or not. Please remember that ex-servicemen do have a reservation, that is age relaxation also, so you can click on that. If you are not an ex-serviceman, you do not need to fill that criteria. Whether you are physically handicapped, we mentioned it in our registration form that we are not, so it is already fill up that we are not a physically handicapped. So when you say you seek age relaxation, you should say no. If you are seeking age relaxation, click on yes, then it will give you these options. Click on the required option that you are filling for, and if you are seeking no age relaxation, click on no. For filling the group of post, the user that is filling the application right now is going to fill the group of post according to his preference, that is A, B, C, D. This user is filling the group of post preference according to the grade pay that is provided in these posts. Please make sure and please remember this, that this application will be only provisionally accepted. The meaning of provisionally accepted is that you are not sending all your documents, or they are not verifying all your documents right now. That is why it is provisionally accepted. Once you are called for document verification purpose, your documents will be verified and then your application will be formally accepted. The other thing that you need to remember is, when your documents are verified and you get selected, then you will be told to choose other post preferences in the group of posts that you have mentioned over here. So when you fill your application form, you have to select group of posts as what according to the grade pay, and when you will be called for document verification purpose and you will be selected, you will be told to fill your post preference according to the group of post preference you have selected over here. So you need to fill your group of post preference very carefully and read about the details of your posts in the official notification. And now let's fill the other options that are provided here. If you are applying for the post of junior statistical officer, then click on yes. Then it will ask you if you possess equivalent qualification for the post of junior statistical officer. If you have the equivalent qualification for the junior statistical officer, click on yes. If you click on no, then it will give you a pop-up that says if you do not possess equivalent qualification for the post of junior statistical officer, that you cannot apply for this post. That is why you need to make sure that you have the equivalent qualification for the post of junior statistical officer. Same goes for the post of assistant audit officer or assistant accounts officer. If you have the equivalent qualification, educational qualification, only then can you apply for that post. If you do not wish to apply for that post, just click on no for each field. If you are visually handicapped, have cerebral palsy, locomotor disability, etc., and you need a scribe or a writer in your examination, then you can click on yes. If you click on yes, it will ask you the medium that you are giving your examination in, that is English and Hindi. You click according to that preference. You do not need a scribe, so you say no. Then you have educational qualification. Select your educational qualification carefully. The user who is filling this form is a BTech engineer, so we are going to fill his education qualification as BTech. Do you want to make available your personal information for the accessing job opportunity in terms of DOPT and T's, OM number, etc., that is provided here. You need to fill yes. It is going to give you further job opportunities and promotion like opportunities in near future. So you click on yes. DOPT is the Department of Personnel and Training. It comes under the Ministry of Personnel and Training, that is a central government ministry. So you need to click yes over here. Now if you possess any work experience, then you fill your work experience here. If you do not possess any work experience, just leave it blank. Now for communication detail purposes, we will need the postal address. So you are going to fill the postal address over here. You will find your photograph in your signature here. Click on agree. If your photograph is blurred, then stop filling your application form. First go to your edit and first go to your registration form, edit your application, recheck that your photo is not blurred, check if your signature is correct, and then click on I agree. Once you click on I agree, fill this enter text, that is a captcha, fill it correctly. And final submit. It gives you a pop-up which reads, you cannot edit after final submission, your data will be finalized, so please check all details before final submission. That means once you click on OK, your application will be submitted and you cannot make any further changes in your application form itself. So please cancel if you want to make any changes, make your changes and then click on final submit again and then press OK. Once you click OK, you will be redirected to this pop-up. It says fee payment mode. If you are paying online, click on online. If you are paying offline, then click on offline. The amount is generally 100 rupees for general and OBC category. So click offline and online according to your preference. This user would be paying offline, so we are going to click on offline. Enter text for the captcha that is being provided. Please fill it correctly. And submit. It will show you a pop-up that says submit your fee in the bank, wait for 3 working days and go to apply print on the main page to download your application form. Click on OK. So now your application is provisionally accepted, but you need to make your payments. You can download offline challan form, download your challan form, go to your nearest bank within 3 days, submit your application fee and then go and click on print application form. Your application form will be provisionally accepted. Thank you for joining with us. Have any other doubts or you have any other queries, you can join us tonight at 7 PM, that is on the 30th May, and you can we are conducting a live session for the post preference order. So you can come there, ask your queries and doubts and we will be answering it. Thank you for joining with us. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.